Hello out there, comic book fans. This week I'm going to try something different. I'm going to do separate videos for reviews, but I'm going to do the top two videos, top two comics that I liked, and I'm going to do the one that was the most disappointing. So let me say what I want to say, and I will get back to you in 2 seconds. All right, now there have been some big events going on over the last however many years. Epic storylines, whether they're in main continuity, with just the one character, or there's a miniseries or a maxi series. There's the Secret Wars, there's the Secret Invasion, there's Identity Crisis, there's all these different things, and some of them are really good. Secret Wars, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Then you have the bad ones, the evil Captain America one, which I don't even remember the name of now, and then the Tom King one that just ended earlier this week or this month. So there's ups and downs. So when I see a new event comic being heavily advertised, I have to see whether I want to, just decide whether I want to get it or not. And I'll usually read the first one and decide. That's what I did with Event Leviathan. Now, I already figured I was going to be not impressed with this, just because it seems like everything that I've read by Brian Michael Bendis has been horrible. I never did read his Miles Morales stuff, so even though I've heard that's spectacular, and maybe I should go back and read it, but everything that I've read by him has not been good. And a lot of people, people that I talk to agree with me. Some of them don't. But, the whole new Superman thing that he's been doing, not good. Just all that. So, then comes Event Leviathan. Ugh. Are you kidding me? This was probably one of the worst comics I've read in a long time. And it was just, you have what turns out for 5/6 of the book, two and then three people in a room talking. And then that's not the worst part of it. So basically, at first, it is Lois Lane and Batman. All right, they get into this. It seems like it's kind of a small room. It's dark, and they are talking to each other, almost as if they don't know each other. Batman may have obviously knew of Lois Lane, but they'd never met face. It seems like it was like they'd never met face to face before. He's like calling her Miss Lane and all that, and Lois is talking to Batman, almost as it seemed to me as if he didn't know who Batman really, or she didn't know who Batman really was, which is utterly ridiculous. And then she kept referring to, making a distinction between Superman and Clark while talking to Batman, as if, Batman wouldn't know they were one of the same people. But then they eventually did revert to, she started calling him Bruce and all that, and the conversation just was stilted. The recapping stuff that each one of them probably already should have known. Just different stuff and it was then it turns out that Steve Trevor is in the room. Batman didn't know that it was there. Okay, and so, the excuse for that was, how come my sonar, my Kyle sonar, didn't know that you were here? And Steve Trevor said, I think it's Argus or whatever it is that he worked for, which is, that whenever Batman came up with a new invention for his utility belt, Argus came up with an invention to beat it. How would Argus or anybody know what was in Batman's utility belt? It's not like he's going to share that information with people. Maybe one or two people, but not with some big organization like Argus or any place run by dealing with Amanda Walker and all these people. That absolutely made no sense. And also, he wasn't that far away. He probably could have heard him, or at least taken a couple seconds to walk around looking to see if there's anybody else in the room before start sharing all this information, or talking about people's secret identities and stuff without knowing who was going to be in there. And it was just, this is just horrible. I am definitely not going to go on to read any more of this. It was thoroughly disappointing. I'd give it a 1.5 out of 5 if I'm feeling generous. Alright, tell me what you thought, and talk to you later.